Hey, in this video, I'm going to explain how you can connect your Meta Ads account to your Utari account. So the first thing is you're going to go into your account, you're going to go into integrations, and then once you're here, you'll see this box here. And once you see this box, you're going to click on add connection. You're going to give your connection a name, and we also need to find our access token and account ID. Account ID is optional, just depending on how many accounts you're going to add, but access token you're going to need to connect your account. So we're going to go through the steps in order to do that. One thing to note, you can follow along by going to the Meta's official documentation, but I'm just going to walk you through all the steps because there are some steps that Meta kind of doesn't really talk about here that you need to follow to make sure that it works and it's connected to the specific ad account that you want it to be connected to. So the first thing is we're going to go into our business suite and you're going to go into system users and you're going to create a new user. So you're going to click on add up here and then just give it a name. So I'll just say Utari S. And we'll just leave it as an employee for now. And once we have it set, we need to verify that it's created, obviously. And now we can see it here. There's nothing assigned or anything like that. So we'll have to go through that process. Before we actually go and, assign assets and apps and all that stuff, we actually need to create an application. So make sure you're in the right business portfolio that you want to connect the application to. So we're going to go into this area here. And I'll put the links down below, but this is basically the developer Facebook. So you're going to go to My Apps, and then you're going to create a new application. So we're going to click on Create App, and we're going to give this application a name. So let's just say that this is Utari Testing. You can give it whatever name you want. The app contact email. This application isn't necessarily going to be live. Like people won't necessarily be able to use this. It's more so that we can control the backend ads manager through the Utari interface. So we're going to click on Create Manage Ads with Marketing API. We're going to click on Next down here. You're going to select the account that you want your app to be connected to. This is really important, so make sure that you have the right business portfolio connected. In this case, I'm going to connect it to this one. I'm going to click on Next. You may have, depending on if you select what account you select, it may say that there's some requirements that you may need to do, but in most cases you don't need to do that because it's not going to be an official application, just so that we can use it. So I'm going to click on Next, and then this should create our application that we need to install essentially to get that access token. Now that we have our application, you are going to need to go into app settings, go to basic, and you'll see an app ID. You're going to copy this ID right here. And then you also need to make sure that you have a privacy policy set and a terms of service set. It's just what Meta requires. Also select a category. Again, depending on what business portfolio you select, it may not ask for these things, but I'm just going to provide it anyway, just so that we can get it going. And I'm also going to add an app icon. All right, so now that we added the privacy policy URL, the app icon in the category, I'm just going to click on Save Changes, and this should remove this stuff up here. But again, you don't necessarily need to do this, but we do need to do it to get to the next step. So now that I have the app ID copied, I'm going to go into Publish, and I'm just going to publish this app. Again, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just for us to be able to do the next few steps. Cool. So the next step that we need to do is hop back into our business suite. And what we need to do is go into where it says add accounts and make sure that you have the right ad account that you want to add. And you're going to want to give access or assign people to this ad account. So the one that we're going to do is the Utari test because that's the one that we want. We're going to do manage ad accounts and we're going to click assign and we're good there. And then the other thing we need to do is go into the application area. So now we have our Utari testing account. We also want to assign that new user that we created, and we're going to give it full control. Perfect. So now that we have done that, what we're going to do is we're going to go into pages, and we're going to do the same thing for whatever page you want to give access to this particular application. So in this case, I'm just going to do the first one here. And then I'm going to just make sure I have that one selected, and we're going to say everything, click assign. Perfect. Now that we have that done, we're going to go back into system users, and now you'll see we have the Facebook pages, we have the ad account connected, we have the application connected, even Instagram accounts connected. Now, the last thing we need to do is I'm just going to refresh this page real quick just to make sure that all of the things save. Good. We're going to click on generate token. We're going to select the application that we created. So obviously I have two, but you want to select the one that you just created. I'm going to click on never. And just make sure that you have those roles assigned for the application. I'm just double check that this is the right one. Perfect. And then what you want to do is just add all of these different permissions here. All right. And then click continue. And we're going to click on verify account. Cool. So I'm just going to copy my token that I just got. So we have the token. And now I'm going to hop back into Utari and I'm just going to say, and then I'm going to paste in that token. And then, like I said, if you had multiple ad accounts, you would want to add the default ad account that you want to connect to this. If you have multiple, you would do this multiple times. Just give it the access token and then add the separate, ad account ID. I only have one ad account. So I'm going to click on save connection. And now you can see that this is added. I'm going to click on verify and this should verify that everything is good. So the ad account is the right ad account. I have the pages that are connected as well as all the different scopes that have been allowed for. And I could also make this the default ad account in case I have multiple ad accounts that I am connecting. And now at this point, you can go into your worker and you can select the worker you want. In this case, I'm going to use Germ AI and I'm going to say, can you please pull the historical spend amount that I have spent on my ad account? This is just a quick one because obviously I can do create an ad or create a campaign, but that takes it a bit longer and this video is already getting a bit long. So I just want to show you that I can access the ad account once everything is connected and good to go. Perfect. So it went into my account, it listed the ad account, which is the right ad account here. And you see here that this is the default one that it used. And it said my ad account, how much I spent, the currency, the account status, etc. And now at this point I could, follow up and say, hey, like go pull the best ad or go create an ad. Obviously, we'll have other videos that talk more in depth of how you can do those things, but this is just the setup video. So if you have any additional questions, just please reach out to us and we'll be happy to help.